God, what a fitting intro. For those of you who follow my TikTok, you know that earlier this week we took in our first bottle baby of 2022, which is wild because we normally don't get bottle babies until March, mid-March. Hugo! Can't really see him on camera. Sorry. Oh, we took in our first bottle baby who we've named Bruno, yes, after Encanto. I love that movie. I've been watching it many times at this point. But yes, we have our first bottle baby of 2022. It's just a singleton. And you know what? He is doing phenomenal. But today I wanted to take you through my little... Just got an on-camera splatter. She does not care about me. I wanted to take you through a little feeding routine, talk to you about some of the stuff that I use, and just talk a little bit about Bruno. Because yes, we do talk about Bruno. I was going to film like a full day in the life of what it's like to have a bottle baby, but when the 2 a.m. feeding came around, and then the 4 a.m. feeding came around, and the 6 a.m. feeding came around, I just got up and fed, and I didn't even think to film, so my apologies. Crazy, the first thing that I think of when I wake up is not to film. Hi! Come here! Spitters. Hello, She and Bugle are just like, screw you, we're out of here. They're walking around together, they're in love. Let's go see Bruno. This will be a nice short video today, because thankfully, he's incredibly easy. Here he is. Little man of the hour. Hi, bud. You're very cute. Yes, I know, you're hungry. Let me get your bottle warmed up. I just want to say hi. This is little Bruno. So cute and fluffy and a chonk. Okay, I have my supplies. I have a warm bottle. Warm, not too hot. Some people really like to use bottle warmers. I like things to go as fast as possible, so I just heat mine up in the microwave and totally fine. But if you do overheat it in the microwave, it does curdle, so you would have to start over. That's the only downside. I've been using actual baby wipes for a few years. I used paper towels and I would just damp them in water and keep them in here. You can use tissue paper, you can use paper towels, you can use toilet paper. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It does not have to be anything fancy. I don't know if I can stress that enough. Here's the baby. He is always purring. I don't know if you can hear this. Can you hear them? Okay. So first, I always weigh the babies. It's really important when you have bottle babies or kittens of any age to monitor their weight pretty closely. 230 grams. Weight is a pretty good indicator if things are going right or going wrong. It's not the only indicator, but it's a pretty good indicator. You ready? Next, we help him go to the bathroom. Remember, little kitties have their moms to help them go to the bathroom, but when they are orphaned, they don't have that anymore, so he can't just go to the bathroom on his own. You'll notice as they get older that they are able to defecate on their own. Yes, he's about 12 days old, I would say. And definitely at this age, he cannot go to the bathroom on his own. But by about 3.5 weeks, you might start seeing lots of like accidents all over the place. That means that they are ready for a litter box. Ready? Okay, now that you've had that, you ready? I think one of the most difficult part about bottle feeding is simply making sure that you have enough patience, or that you have patience when they're learning the bottle. Kittens don't know what's going on. They are very clueless. They just want to eat, sleep, and go to the bathroom. And when they're one like little Bruno here, they've probably lost their mom, which means they lost the way that they're used to nursing, which means from mom. And this is a completely different way for them to nurse. So some kittens will take to the bottle instantly. Some kittens will take a lot longer. It really just depends on the kitten. But I mean, Kitten Lady has quite a few videos about this that are just like, they're really good, that essentially say like, hey, be patient. If you need to take a step back, take a little break, come back. Don't get frustrated with the kitten. The kitten is just trying. You know, there's a lot of other methods she recommends as well, but he's been great. He's been good. I'm gonna try again. One more. He's kind of a one and done. Whenever they eat, I like to feed them in their little mouthies. Put them on the scale again. 235. Wow. It's pretty good considering he ate like an hour ago. You weren't supposed to eat for another hour and a half. Like I said, he's just been purring nonstop. There you go, bud. And then that's it. We'll be back in 2 hours. 2.5. At 2 weeks old, he really could be eating between 2 and 3 hours. I usually go right in the middle at about 2.5. Yeah. Hello. He's not hungry. He's just comfort nursing. You're very cute and I love you. A lot of guys have asked, a lot of you guys have asked for a room tour, like a little nursery tour, and I just cleaned, so right now is a perfect time because it's not an absolute disaster. It kind of looks like I have my life together, so let's do that. Before we get started, I need to be clear about something. I did not have any of this when I started fostering, okay? It was only when I actually started Miss Dixie's Kitten Rescue that I started like getting different supplies and getting more supplies and having like a stockpile of things, but for you to foster, you don't need any of this. Honestly, you need just the basics, and I'll go through some of that as like we see my supplies. I just know that when I got started, I was very intimidated and I thought that I needed to be exactly like Kitten Lady to get started, and you don't. You just need the basics and the willingness to want to do it, and that's really all. So let's start. Anyway, okay, let's start over here. We have a package that Sriracha got into, of course. This is a pantry that I ordered earlier this year. I struggled with organization for so long, and I still do every single day. But you, what? You're so cute. So I got this to help me be organized. Up here, we have a lot of things like flea prevention, feeding tubes, anything to do with pooping, probiotic, wound, and like wound care are these two things, and thermometers. In here, it gets even better. Wow, who has her life together? I do. I just had the brilliant idea of turning my mic around. Anyway, look, okay, so this is like my storage life, okay? Over here, medical records, bottle baby stuff, dewormers, all that good stuff, like some microscope necessities, and then just food, garbage bags. That's my pantry. That's my pantry. I'll go over the basics of what you need. Over here, we have our baby scale, so we can keep track of all the weights. This is my current feed station for Mr. Bruno, although he actually really just prefers to be in his little incubator to be fed. Okay, so this is how I keep track of all of their, like what's behind me is how I keep track of all of their, like their intake date, their date of birth, their vaccines, when they're due for vaccines, when they're due for dewormers, any other treatments that they have on, and I can't take credit for any of that. It was all the Kitten Factory. She posted about it on her story one day and I screenshotted it and I stole it. I even told her, I was like, I'm stealing this, is amazing. And it has helped me so much in terms of being organized. A lot of times when you're a foster, you don't have to worry about these things so much, but it is important for you to ask your foster coordinator. Just get a good idea of like when they're due for dewormers, when do they get vaccinated, so that way you can kind of keep your fosternator on her or their toes, and they can keep you on yours, just so that everyone's looking out for the well-being of the kitten. Yes, I do have a microscope, so I have a little microscope here that I personally do fecals on, although I always have a vet confirm whether or not I'm seeing what I think I'm seeing because I'm not actually trained. And then here's just a diagram of everything that I look for in a fecal. I'm not an expert by any means, so keep that in mind. A nice little tabletop, my beverage from this morning, and then all these other organizational units that I just put in like over the holiday break. Spandanders! She likes to sit there right at the edge of the door and just keep an eye on what I'm doing. Oh yeah, their feed. We have extra litter boxes now. Over here, I've got my microwave and my trash can. You won't believe how long it took me to actually get a trash can. I'm queen of making things work that shouldn't work. It took me way too long to get a trash can in here. So we have that, the microwave, which has like our vaccines. It has my parvo and giardia tests. Parvo tests for panleukopenia, so we have those on hand. And then over here, we just have some more organizational stuff. We have an oxygen condenser, which you guys helped us purchase, which is amazing. And then we have the baby Bruno. We can talk about Bruno-no-no-no. Okay, but with that being said, I hope that you're not intimidated to think, I can't do bottle babies. I don't have all of that, especially the incubator. I didn't get this incubator until last year, and I did bottle babies for years before that. Here's what you need for a bottle baby. You need a heating pad. I prefer the ones that you can constantly leave on, and they have a level between 1 and 6 of heat, so you can control that as they get older. You'll need bottles. You can get a couple of these. They're incredibly helpful. Of course they're helpful. They're literally, you need them for the, what are you talking about, Mary? You can get a couple of these on Amazon. They're really cheap. They're just a couple dollars if the place that you're fostering for doesn't have them. They come with these nipples, but I hate them. Ooh. We absolutely love Miracle nipples. But Yuke! Hi, bud. Hi. I love you. What are you doing? You're so handsome. Just the most handsome boy. Okay, goodbye. And then obviously you'll need formula, which we have a big tub here of formula. A lot of the things that you see here might seem excessive for one foster home, and it is. Because I keep all the supplies on hand for when my fosters need more bottles, or they need, you know, more Miracle Nipples, or they need formula, or they need pee pads. Like, I have all that here, so when they need it, they can come get it. Just to keep that in mind. And then the other thing that other than that you'll need is like blankets. Of course, I like to have these small little ones as well. They're really good for, you know, feeding purposes. And then generally speaking, if you can get like a plastic bin, I don't have any in here anymore. They're in the garage, but something that is very tall, just like a Rubbermaid bin that you can, that's like a storage bin so that the kittens can't climb out of, and you can have them in an enclosed space while they're at a very young age, you know, less than 3 weeks old. Once they get to 3 weeks old, I like to have these plastic panels right here. Where are you? There you are. These plastic panels. You guys have seen it on my TikTok. I make just like a little playpen. Kitten Lady does it as well. Or pop-up playpens, or a bathtub, or a bathroom. Like, you don't need anything fancy to foster. You just have to do it, and usually just kind of figure it out as you go. So yeah, that is like the main staples of my kitten nursery room. Little room tour. I have worked really hard to be organized. Like I said, I have fallen apart in recent years of not being organized, and this year I'm hoping that this really helps me thrive as a person. It's now been about 3 hours. We're gonna do another feeding for Bruno. Just a little boy. We exclusively talk about Bruno-no-no-no. Hi, bud. Yeah? You want some food? Oh, big steps, you little bear cub. Let's get you some food. Sorry. I took it one step too far. Here he is. Man of the hour. Gizmo is very invested in this little guy. Every time he hears him scream, Gizmo's like, what's going on? Is that my baby? 2:30. Okay, get it, I guess. Good job, buddy. Good job. Look at your little milk mustache. Remember, wipe their face. Give them the extra opportunity to go potty. 2:35 again. Where's Bruno? Love you. We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys on the next video. I love you.